Cars break down for all sorts of reasons, but most drivers never see the warning signs until it's too late. From a sensor glitch to a dead alternator, small problems can snowball into costly repairs and unexpected roadside drama. Knowing this, usual troublemakers helps you avoid surprise breakdowns. This list covers the most common car parts that fail, their symptoms, and why replacing them early saves money. Fuel pump relay. A failing fuel pump relay interrupts fuel delivery, leaving the engine unable to start or causing stalls. Drivers may hear no fuel pump sound at ignition or experience sudden cutouts while driving. Replacement is inexpensive and prevents being stranded. Mechanics usually swap the relay to test. If symptoms persist, checking wiring and the pump itself ensures full reliability of the fuel system. Camshaft position sensor. The camshaft position sensor monitors engine timing. Failure causes misfires, stalling, rough idling, and check engine lights. Without accurate timing, the engine struggles to run efficiently. Symptoms often worsen as the sensor degrades. Replacement restores fuel injection accuracy and ignition. Timing, boosting performance. Many cars limp along until total failure, but it's better to fix early. Ignoring the sensor risks long-term engine damage. Crankshaft position sensor. This sensor measures crankshaft rotation to coordinate ignition and fuel injection. Failure often mimics other issues: stalling, misfires, or no start conditions. A bad crankshaft sensor confuses the ECU, disrupting spark timing. Common codes include P0335. Replacement resolves performance issues and restores reliable starting. Because crankshaft data is essential, many cars will not run without this sensor. Regular diagnosis ensures quick identification before breakdown. Alternator. The alternator powers electronics and charges the battery. When it weakens, lights dim, accessories fail, and eventually the battery drains. Warning signs include dashboard battery lights, whining noises, or burning smells. A multimeter test confirms low voltage output. Driving with a failed alternator leaves you stranded once the battery empties. Replacing it promptly prevents cascading issues with the charging system and electronics. Ignition coils convert battery power into sparks for combustion. Faulty coils cause misfires, loss of power, rough acceleration, and poor fuel economy. Often the check engine light appears with misfire codes. Some engines use one coil per cylinder, so a single failure disrupts performance. Replacement is simple and restores smooth operation. Regular maintenance and avoiding cheap aftermarket coils prolong lifespan and performance. Ignition switch. A worn ignition switch prevents electrical systems from powering correctly. Symptoms include accessories failing, stalling while driving, or no start conditions. Drivers may jiggle keys to restore contact temporarily. Prolonged neglect risks complete loss of ignition control and sudden shutoff on the road. Replacement restores reliable operation of lights, ignition, and starter. Systems. Addressing issues early avoids being stranded or unsafe power loss. Mass airflow sensor. The MAF sensor measures air entering the engine for proper fuel delivery. A failing sensor leads to rough idle, poor acceleration, black exhaust smoke, and bad fuel economy. The ECU often compensates, masking early symptoms until performance suffers. Cleaning sometimes fixes buildup, but replacement is common. A healthy MAF ensures balanced combustion and smooth power. Neglecting it increases emissions and fuel costs. Throttle position sensor. The throttle position sensor tracks accelerator. Input. Failure confuses the ECU, causing hesitation, surging, or poor acceleration. Warning lights may appear alongside inconsistent throttle response. Cars may even enter limp mode, reducing speed. Replacement restores precise fuel-air mixture control, improving drivability. Some issues mimic transmission problems, misleading drivers. Diagnosing sensor performance avoids unnecessary repairs and ensures smoother, safer vehicle operation. Overall, coolant temperature sensor. This sensor monitors engine temperature, guiding fuel delivery and fan control. A failing unit causes overheating, poor fuel economy, or cooling fans not activating. Some vehicles run rich, producing black smoke. Dash gauges may misread, leaving drivers unaware of overheating until damage occurs. Replacement is cheap and prevents major engine repairs. Keeping it functional avoids warped heads, blown gaskets, or cracked blocks. 10. Idle air control valve. The IAC regulates airflow during idle. When clogged or failing, symptoms include stalling at stops, fluctuating idle speeds, or difficulty starting. Cleaning may restore function, but replacement is often required. A bad IAC confuses the ECU and disrupts air-fuel balance. Drivers notice unstable idle, especially during cold starts. Proper maintenance ensures smooth operation and prevents inconvenient breakdowns at intersections or parking lots. 11. Oxygen sensors measure exhaust gases to balance air-fuel mixture. Failing sensors reduce fuel economy, increase emissions, and trigger check engine lights. Modern cars often have multiple sensors, and failure in one disrupts engine efficiency. Symptoms include rough running, failed emissions tests, or sluggish acceleration. Replacement restores fuel efficiency and performance. Ignoring bad sensors leads to clogged catalytic converters, which cost far more. Manifold absolute pressure. The MAP sensor measures air pressure in the intake manifold. Faulty sensors confuse the ECU, resulting in hesitation, poor fuel economy, and weak acceleration. Codes like P0106 often appear. Some cars rely more on MAP than MAF, making failure noticeable. Replacement restores accuracy in fuel injection and timing. Neglecting it risks long-term inefficiency and higher fuel costs. Quick diagnosis keeps cars dependable. Engine Control Unit, ECU. The ECU manages critical engine functions using data from sensors. When malfunctioning, it misfires commands, causing poor fuel economy, erratic behavior, and check engine codes. Problems often mimic sensor failures, making diagnosis difficult. In some cases, reprogramming solves errors, but full replacement may be required. A bad ECU leaves cars undrivable. Reliable electronic management ensures efficiency, power, and compliance with emission standards. Starter motor. The starter engages the engine during ignition. When failing, you'll hear clicking, grinding, or silence when turning the key. Sometimes it works intermittently before quitting entirely. Jump starts won't help since the motor itself has failed. Replacement is straightforward and restores reliability. Symptoms should not be ignored, as repeated attempts strain the battery and wiring. A fresh starter ensures consistent vehicle operation every time. Miaz Tiras. Fuel injectors spray fuel into the combustion chamber when clogged or failing. They cause rough idle, misfires, poor fuel economy, and power loss. Cleaning may help, but replacement is often necessary. A faulty injector risks damaging pistons or catalytic converters from unburned fuel. Balanced injection ensures smooth running and peak performance. Keeping injectors healthy is essential. When for modern engines relying on precise fueling. 6. Fuel pump. The fuel pump delivers fuel from tank to engine. Failure causes sputtering, stalling, difficulty starting, or complete breakdowns. Symptoms often mimic clogged filters, so diagnosis is important. Weak pumps underperform under load, starving the engine. Replacement is costly but essential. A strong fuel pump guarantees reliable power delivery. Neglect risks being stranded on the road. Routine maintenance extends lifespan and prevents failures. EGR valve, the exhaust gas recirculation valve. Reduces emissions by recycling gases. Failure causes rough idle, poor acceleration, and increased emissions. Carbon buildup is common, and cleaning often helps. A stuck valve may trigger codes and poor drivability. Replacement restores smooth operation and emissions compliance. Ignoring EGR issues risks clogged intake systems and failing inspection tests. Maintaining a functional EGR system improves both performance and environment. Catalytic converter. Catalytic converter reduces harmful exhaust emissions. Failure symptoms include rattling noises, sulfur smells, poor acceleration, and check engine lights. A clogged converter restricts airflow, causing engine overheating and performance loss. Replacement is expensive but necessary for emissions. Compliance. Some thieves steal converters for valuable metals. Maintaining healthy sensors prevents early damage. A working converter keeps engines efficient while protecting air quality. Timing belt. The timing belt synchronizes crankshaft and camshaft rotation. Failure results in catastrophic engine damage as pistons collide with valves. Symptoms include ticking noises, misfires, or sudden breakdown. Replacement is required at manufacturer intervals, often around 60,000, 100,000 miles. Neglect risks. Thousands in repairs. A fresh belt ensures safe, reliable operation. Mechanics also replace tensioners and water pumps during service, improving durability and performance. Bonus. Tips regular maintenance saves money long term. Listen for new sounds, monitor dashboard lights, and address small issues quickly. quality parts instead of cheap alternatives because low-grade replacements fail faster and risk more damage. Service intervals exist for a reason, especially for timing belts and fluids. Proactive care prevents costly breakdowns. Keeping a maintenance log also helps resale value. A healthy car keeps driving stress-free. Thanks for watching this breakdown of common car failures and fixes. If you've had any of these problems, share your story in the comments so others can learn. Your input could save someone money or hassle. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more straight to the point car advice. We cover simple, helpful tips every week. Stay safe on the road and see you next time.